Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is a full moon in Pisces reading for the sign of Aries. The full moon in Pisces is all about listening to our subconscious and surrendering, learning what it is we need to surrender in order to move forward and evolve. It's going to be a 3-card read. It's going to be what energies are coming in, and then it will be what we need to let go of and surrender, and then it'll be the possible outcome of doing that, following that advice. With that in mind, you are responsible, bit of housekeeping, you are responsible for your own decisions. Please take the relevant professional advice if appropriate, whether that's medical, financial, legal, business advice. I'm not qualified in any of those areas, so you would need to get the relevant advice of what actions to take. You are also responsible for the outcomes of any following any advice on this. Roles can be reversed if another person comes into it. Genders aren't specific in tarot. Tarot is fluid. It's just about masculine and feminine energies. If I say he or she, what else? Yeah, it's just let's get down to it and see what else we got. The deck, if you care about those sorts of things, is the Lumina Tarot. I do have a couple of Oracle decks. I have the Moonology deck just because it's a moon read. I always have a Moonology deck for that. And I have a couple of other ones, including the Sister Oracle for this deck. So we'll see. I'll see how we're drawn for that. But any details about that are all down below. Okay, let's get down to it. So let's get the energies for Aries coming through. What energies is Aries currently coming through for them? What is their energy coming into this reading? What is Aries' energy coming into this reading? There we go. This one here. Oh, two have come in. Okay, 8 of Swords, trapped in self-doubt. 10 of Wands, overburden yourself. And you have the 3 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is at the moment you are really, really struggling with your confidence, and what you need to do is I think you're scared to rely on people, and I think you are not sharing that you're in this position at the moment. I'm getting it is a lack of confidence. It's not full-blown anxiety, but I don't know how far you are away from full-blown anxiety. You have a lot on your plate at the moment, and what you're not doing is sharing that burden, because you sat on top of that pile like, yeah, look what I think you want the prestige of, yeah, I did it all by myself. I did it all by myself. You took all this work on, and it's like, or all these burdens on, and you've gone, yeah. But look, I'm doing it all by myself. I'm doing it all by myself. Look how clever I am. Look how cunning I am. When really you should be sharing it out a little bit, sharing the load, and this is the card of networking and teamwork and building. But I think you're so concerned with I think you're lacking confidence that you in yourself, that you're showing to the outside world, oh, I can do this. Look, I can do this all by myself. When really you probably do need a bit of support, and it would actually be quite sensible to get that support. But you don't want to show weakness. For whatever reason, you don't want to show weakness. Wow, Aries, I'm doing it my way, and I'm doing it, look, I'm doing it, and it's almost like, so you can have bragging rights that you didn't need anybody else, when really you probably do need someone else to help you in this situation, to grow and evolve something, to build. There are shoots of potential. It's almost like you want the payoff all to yourself, so. But not in like a, I'm not getting that you want it just so you can brag. I think I'm not getting a braggy energy with, look, I did it all by myself, or bullshit, look, I did this all by myself. I'm not getting that. I'm getting, I did it all by myself. You want that yay moment of, yeah, I did it all by myself, but you need to remember that nobody does everything all by themselves. Sometimes we need a bit of support. What does Aries need to release and surrender in this full moon? Maiden of Pentacles. Maiden of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. Surrendering, releasing the energy of Page is naive. It's very naive energy. It's daydreamy energy. It's like the I want to say toddler baby version of the Pentacles is like tangible wealth, material, anything in the tangible physical realm. It's all of that. What you need to release is, let's have a look. Sorry, that's my daughter's phone just gone off. Yeah, the Maiden of Pentacles. So what you need to release, she's releasing all these oaks. Focusing too much on things. Focusing too much on things. I think you had a vision for how your life would be right now. Like when you were younger, you used to think, oh, I'll have this and I'll have that and I'll have X, Y, Z. And it could be that you thought you'd have children by now and you don't, or basically you've not become the future that you thought you would be in when you dreamt you were 30, 35 or whatever age you are now. You had a vision for how your life would be and you've not managed to create that yet. But there is still time. Maybe that isn't the right vision for you. And I'm getting that this is green, so it's the heart chakra. So maybe you thought you'd have been settled down and have kids by now, or I'm getting planted in a garden. You thought you'd have planted your garden by now, or you'd have at least seen growth from the seed you'd planted by now. I think you're trying to control. You've been trying to control your life so much that you've not realised that a different scenario isn't a worse scenario. It's just different. It can actually be better for you. That just because you haven't had children yet doesn't mean you won't. It just means that you have more experience to pass on to the little bear cub. But this is like singing from the heart. This is what you hoped would have happened already. And it's almost like having to let go of that dream. Or not let go of it, but just let go of the fact that it hasn't happened yet. I think you had a time scale set very much in your head. It's that sort of toddler energy. Like I wanted it this way by now. Why isn't it there now? Why isn't it there yet? Why haven't I got it yet? Why hasn't the person that I'm supposed to be with turned up yet? Why haven't I got the house that I planned to have by the time I was 30 yet? Why haven't I got... It's like your life hasn't manifested the way you wanted it to be. And I'm getting the word yet. It's like it's not happening quick enough for you. And that's why you're doubting yourself. You're thinking that you failed because you're putting too much weight on you. You think that the whole world thinks you should have done it by now. And it's like, you haven't done it yet. Nobody's putting pressure on you. And if they are, then they're a dick. They shouldn't be doing that to you. Sometimes things take a bit longer to happen, or they happen when they're supposed to. Look at what you have achieved already. Just because you've not reached the whole married with kids, or I'm just getting that because of the bear cub that it's kids. It doesn't have to be children. Not everybody chooses to have children. Maybe that's what people expected you to have children and you don't want them. And you feel like that burden, like the wider society feels that you should have children, but those people aren't living in your body. It's your choice whether you want to have children or not. It's your choice what future you want to build. And even if you did have a dream where you had children, you can change your mind with what you want later on down the line. Obviously, once you've got the children, you can't really change your mind. But what I mean is, if you haven't had them and you've decided you don't want them, that's fine. That's fine. But I think what you need to let go is either your vision or what you believe other people's vision is for you that you should have done by now. And just kind of let that go and just let life take you where it's supposed. You're where you're supposed to be, not where you thought you should be or where someone thought you should be. You're where you should be. And trying to control that and make that happen in an inorganic way isn't going to make you happy. So you need to let go, whether it's your vision or society's or a parent. I'm getting a parent's belief of what you should or shouldn't have done by now. They're not living your life. You don't have to answer to them. The only person you have to answer to yourself and anybody you deem important enough to answer to. But even then, there are limits. So yeah, you need to let go of whatever this vision is that you had, this structured vision that you've been trying to either make happen or you feel should have happened. Because that's clearly not happening right this moment. Sometimes you just have to surrender and let go and just let life be. And that's what the Pisces full moon is all about. Surrendering and gaining enlightenment through letting go. What is the outcome if they let this go? What is the outcome? What is the outcome if they surrender this vision? This structured, tight vision? The Knight of Swords. Clear decisions. The Knight of Swords is decisive. He lives in the moment. He's very much in the moment. It is what's happening right now. He's quite wise, cunning. He's not quite fully developed yet in the sense of making brilliant decisions, strategic decisions all the time. But he does make good decisions. On overall, he makes good decisions. Quite balanced, flexible. It's about being quite flexible with your vision, flexible with potential that could happen. It's not the King of Swords. It's not a set in stone. We must follow bang, lawful, legal, logical path. It's fine. Sometimes it's worth maybe thinking with your head a bit more than your heart, to make sensible decisions and choices. Also, don't doubt your intelligence and your ability to hunt down what it is you need. Hunt down what it is you need. There's a hawk on there or some sort of bird of prey on there. And they have clear sight and they know what they want. And if that goal isn't here yet, this means you can start making decisions and moves forward to get there. Shirt off your back. Sorry, that just popped in, the shirt off your back. Who wants... You'd give them the shirt off your back. I don't know why that's coming in. But yeah, he's flexible. Strong. You know what it is you want and you can make decisions and steps towards it. Sensible decisions and steps towards it. The only thing I would say is don't be too cold in your decisions and steps. Head over heels. You can be head over heels, but you can equally be, don't give in to the emotion completely. You still need to have your balance about you. Maybe there's somebody in the picture that you also don't make any random. It's not going to come in quickly for you, so you are going to have to play it out a little bit longer in the game. If this is romantic and you were hoping that somebody would come in, I don't see romance coming in because this is like the wands of love, so to speak, rods of love. And it's also fast forward motion. So although you're having to give up that vision, you are going to have a little bit of time waiting. It's not going to be too long. I'm getting 8 weeks at the most before something starts moving forward. But yeah, it's not going to be fast moving. I think if you're looking for something to happen, boom, you've come here to see if bang, that will happen. I'm not getting that. It will. It will happen eventually. It's just not going to happen right now. And I think what you want is it to happen right now. And that's not going to happen, Aries. And I know this is a deep heart, deep. It comes from a place here. I really want this to happen. It's almost like you're blocking yourself because you're trying so hard to make it happen, and you are literally doing it with your head. And because you're focusing so much on the fact that it's not happening, you're actually blocking it happening. If that makes any sense to you. You're so in your head about it. So in your head about it. You think you're not worthy of receiving it. You think you're not good enough. And you are good enough. You are good enough, Aries, for it. You are good enough. Past hurts will be holding you back. Stop focusing on what hasn't happened in the past. Stop focusing on what didn't work. Stop focusing on do not go back to an ex. If this is about an ex, do not go back to them. They're not the right person for you. I know you saw them as your future, but they're not the right person for you. And because you're so focused on them, that hawk, you're so focused on the ex, you're actually blocking anything new coming in. You're blocking because you're so focused on looking back. This is an ex. You gave them the shirt off your back. You gave them the shirt. You would literally give them the shirt off your back to keep them warm. I don't think they'd return it for you. You would head over heels, but you would also bend over backwards for this person. They are stopping your happiness. They are blocking your happiness. If this is an ex, they are stopping you from moving forward. Your vision isn't happening because you're with the wrong person. You were with the wrong person. And I think in your head, you know this. You know they're the wrong person. It's your heart. I think you want this vision of who you should be or what this future should be so much that you're trying to make it happen, naively so, with this person. They could be an air sign, by the way. They've definitely got a May-June birthday. But yeah, that's what's blocking you from getting this from having this vision happen, is because it's not with the right person. You're not with the right person. Also, there's no cups here, so I think you've shut down a bit emotionally from them. I think you've slowly been moving forward. I think there's another option that you think could be a potential, but because you thought this future would be with this person that you're bending over backwards for, it's like you're trying to work out, I need it to be this person because I want it to happen now. I would do anything to make it work with this person, when really you shouldn't have to do whatever it takes to make it happen with this person. They're just not the right person. You need to, and that's what's blocking true, proper love, romance, whatever, coming in. Have we got some advice? Oh, well, yeah, there is advice, and they really wants to tell me. He's just throwing them everywhere. Can I have some advice for Aries, please? Can I have some advice for Aries, please? Can I have some advice for Aries, please, for this full moon in Pisces? You need to get rid of this vision of you and them together, because I think, yes, the vision is true, but who it's with isn't right. Can I have a card, Moonology card for Aries, please? There we go. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. I think if you let them go, your whole life will transform. There you go. What do you need to release? Whatever vision it is, I'm not saying your vision's wrong. I'm just saying I think the person that you have it on is wrong. And once you let them go, once you let this idea that it's them, I'm getting that it's an ex. It's an ex that you think that vision was that you were supposed to be with them. And I think you were doing all the work. You were doing all the work. There wasn't teamwork. This is what you should have. It should grow because there's a balance. You work together to make things work. And I think they've knocked your confidence to the point where you think you can't do any better and you can do better. You were doing all the work. And I think the vision that you have of being with someone is the place you're supposed to be. It's just not with this person. If this is that person that you're bending over backwards for, look how cold and unemotional that is. I don't think they feel the way you want them to feel. They're certainly not forthcoming with any sort of love messages, and they're actually blocking true love messages coming through. So I think if you let them go and process that, whatever, the hurt, absolutely grieve the vision that you had with that person. That's a natural part of it. But when you do, oh my God, powerful change will come in. Your life will just boom. Be completely, this will just unblock and bang, messages will come in. It'll be, wow, I'm so glad I let that go because, oh my God, my life is completely different. You'll look back in a year's time, 6 months, a year's time and go, wow, how different could my life be? I'm happy. I'm loved. And I think you've just been focusing on the wrong person. There's another option out there for you that you're not aware of right now, but there's another person out there who is interested. Yeah. And once you surrender this connection to this person, this vision with that person that you have, and don't punish yourself for having that vision, by the way. You hope for the best. Don't ever punish yourself for hoping for the best out of somebody that probably isn't worthy. That shows a huge power in you to believe in the good of someone, despite their misgivings, their failures. They stop you doing your creative projects as well, or something creative that you're passionate about. They've kind of put a kibosh on that and stopped you following that. And I think once you focus on yourself and what it is you want to achieve, this isn't the person you were supposed to be with, and you need to process those feelings. All the cards that come in are the Five of Cups, which is stop focusing on what isn't good, and it's fine because it wasn't good. The Four of Wands, this is not the person you're supposed to be with. My cards aren't normally upside down, and you've got lots of upside down cards that are saying, think with your head, not your heart. This is not the person you were supposed to be with, and you need to process that and let that go. And I think your gut's been telling you this for a while. If you've had stomach problems, and you've been feeling unbalanced and you can't seem to get over this like IBS or stomach ache, and you've tried medicines, it's just not going away, but it's like a twisty gut feeling. That's actually your intuition telling you that every time you think about this person, actually you're not listening to your intuition. Our gut is normally our intuition telling us something, and I think every time you deal with this person, your stomach is turning, twisting, gut, and literally a gut reaction to this person, and it's telling you that they're not right for you and you need to walk away, especially if there was a third party involved. Because if they cheated on you, then they're definitely not the person for you. Anyway, I hope that helps, Aries. I'm sorry that's not probably the positive outlook you were looking for. You're very close to achieving your goal, by the way. Very close to achieving your goal, which I believe is somebody, that happy ending was somebody that is worthy of you, because this other person wasn't. Thank you so much for watching, Aries. I will see you again soon. Love and light to you. Bye for now.